Okay, we're jumping into Job Simulator, and we're going to do a job because that's what it's come to. Now, I think there's been a little bit of confusion with Job Simulator. Let's turn the chaperone bands off actually, because it's an action game. So let's turn that off. There's been a little bit of confusion with Job Simulator. People going, "Oh, why would I want to do a job? Do jobs in real life?" And yes, you can. The game's not really about doing a job. It's just, in some ways, it's a mockery of what games are. It just gives you tasks to do in the theme of you've been in the future where the people don't have jobs, so they pretend to do jobs to see what they were like. So really, it's just a nice task-based game, and ultimately, it's an introduction to how to interact with stuff in VR. It's a very sort of soft introduction to using your hands for the first time properly in games, and having stuff actually around you, and using chaperone and being comfortable. That's probably why it was bundled with the Vive. So we're going to go for one I've not done yet, and we're going to do. What should we do? Well, let's do office worker.
There's never a dull day in the old cubicle farm.
Oh no, I have done this one before. We're on level 5, so you can choose. You've got sort of 13 tasks to do to complete that level or mission. There's a little holographic display, but we can't rotate that around. That would be cool. I wanted to spin that like a DJ. Spin the office. Let's get in to the office worker simulation of simulated VR of reality. Now, in terms of performance...
Welcome to an accurate simulation of office worker.
In terms of performance, some people have been having some performance issues with Office Simulator. It does seem that you need a somewhat fast computer or a fast processor rather than your graphics card to run this well. Probably because you can do stuff like this. This is the game is really just a big distraction. Let's photocopy the clock. And it really is. The game sort of just takes a balance between being a game and a toy. It walks a very fine line. I say it's more toy than game, which I think is confusing a lot of people. Because a lot of people, if you play games on a PC, although this wasn't the case actually in the sort of, I'm being rude, not face the camera. In the like early 90s, there were a lot of games that were, more toys than games, and that was sort of more accepted. And I think towards the late 90s, it sort of got more ingrained that, if it's interactive, it has to be a game. And now we're slowly getting back to stuff being more toy-like. Obviously, we always have had toy-like experiences, but I think it's just because of the nature of VR being so young, and there's a lot of developer experimentation, which is what was happening in the early 90s, the 80s, with normal PC games, that you start to see a lot of these toy experiences. And I'm sure with VR, as it progresses, we'll get back into the mentality of everything has to be a game. But for now, we're building the leaning tower of the clock. I don't know where there's a limit. Is there a limit? We've got to be... Oh, no! We've got to be careful, because if we push it down, they spring. These clocks are made out of some kind of memory foam. feels like I'm touching that with my groin. Oh no! It's got something written on the back. Can't believe you take the time to read this. There's lots of little subtle developer jokes and notes in this. Let's do the actual mission. We've got these clocks. Can't kick them because they're not there. Get out. Get out. I wonder if we put two. Let's see if we put multiple clocks in here. Will it still just copy one? Copy. Yeah, still just copies one. Oh, it works like a frisbee. Actually flies like a frisbee. See if we can get it all the way to the meeting room. Not with that throwaway. No. Come on. Oh!
My glasses!
Oh! Come on! It doesn't flick as hard as you'd expect it. I mean, Job Simulator failed at doing realistic frisbee mechanics with a clock. It gets to a maximum speed very quickly. I think that's it.
That was a pretty nice throw.
We can only manage 2 cubicles. Okay, let's take the paper when ready. We've got a little bit distracted. There we go. Here's the job. Get to work.
Hello, human. I am BossBot. I notice you've logged in, so I'm here to give you your first task of the day. We need to bring some new bots on board, so look through your resumes and find 2 bots to hire.
That's a little bit buggy on this. Is actually grabbing stuff can sometimes be a little bit janky.
You heard them. Make sure you pick the best bots for the job.
I think it's because the speed. Oh no. Yeah. The actual area for the grabbing isn't that wide, and then if you go move away from the actual maximum animation of pulling the drawer out, then it disconnects from it. Whereas I think it'd be nice if until you let go of the trigger, that actually let go of it. But who knows? Maybe they tested both, and this was the best alternative. We're just going to hire everyone. There we go.
Can't believe it's my first day.
I was just hiring everything. I don't care.
Jobbing within a job. Who'd have thought it?
Have you seen the latest sales report? This isn't good. Load up the old spreadsheet program and fix these numbers.
We're going to plug it in. Turn it on. Signal computer tower. Oh, I've got to turn the computer on. Oh no! Got to plug that in as well. These are American plugs as well, so we're in an American office. Oh, that went further.
Who did this? Stand up. Who did it?
We're failing miserably here. What did we plug in? Oh, the desk light. That's quite cool. It's actually... Okay, we'll just leave that like that. On! There we go. Alchemy Labs, of course, the guys that made this. Type in your password. Whoops. Click. There we go. It's actually like... surprisingly like using an actual computer mouse on a screen. Quite accurate actually. You could probably play a first person shooter with this. Let's see. A little bit. A little bit delayed. It's better than a ball mouse. Actually, it's not delayed. It's that I think part of it is that I'm using this. That's surprisingly accurate. I'm using my arm to emulate the mouse being on the table here. That'd be good. That'd be interesting to try out. Oh, we've lost the phone in between the tables. Be interesting to test out an actual mouse map. Maybe if you, because the tracking is pretty good with the lighthouse. It'd be interesting if you just had a mouse that used the lighthouse tracking instead of the. Oh, we've got to put the software in instead of, the actual mouse. Normal mouse tracking. It'd be interesting to compare. Let's put the CD in. The CD-ROM. We're going full 90s here. We've got mouldy mouldy donuts. It's just threw up on my computer. We need a CD. Bot sweeper. No. Oh, here we go. What is this? Flappy bot. Oh, let's play a game instead. Here we go. So, a clone of Flappy Bird in virtual reality on a virtual machine. Here we go. So this is the thing. Job Simulator is basically just a big distraction. We need better input device here. Oh, terrible at Flappy Bird. Or FS Kite, I think was the original. Come on! We need a better controller. That's not good enough. Let's use the alarm clock. Oh, that's not a good controller. Oh yeah. Oh. What can we use? What would be a better controller? Oh, sugar pot, that'll do. Oh, that's a pretty good controller. Come on. Oh. We'll do this. 206 is a score to beat. Oh. Gotta pace it. It's all about the pacing. Slow things down. Oh, we're on fire. It's all about the sugar pot. Oh no, I got distracted. That actually lines up pretty well with your real mouth. What can you do? What can you do when you don't have the CD? I need to speak to the boss. Oh, he's hovering right in front of me. I'm so blind. Apologies there. I failed the intelligence test. Okay, we've got that in. Cooking the books. Oh, there we go. We made profit. Where's the, ah? Okay. We've got a book on fire here. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with it. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. Oh no, we've got two of them. We've just made the situation worse. Put it out. Coffee on it to put the fire out. Oh dear. What do I do? Yeah, so grabbing is a bit... There you go, there's no oxygen in that, it'll be fine. Oh, it's stuck in the cupboard, in the drawer. Okay, well, we're done with that. We'll go back to the menu because I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. Back to the menu by opening this case. You place it, then eat the food to go back to the menu. So that's the office that we failed at miserably. We didn't cook the books and work out what we're supposed to do. Oh, wrong button. So let's try the auto mechanic. Let's give that a go.
A true grease monkey. Get under the hood and get your hands dirty in our simulated mechanics shop. Hello, human. This is an accurate simulation of auto mechanic. Take a look at this board for instructions.
For all the chain we're ready. That's quite nice.
Good morning, human. I require a tune-up. Please take a look under the hood.
This spot just needs a little fluid. No problem. This vehicle's power source appears to be unacceptably inefficient.
Pause. Okay. Okay, so you choose what you want on here. we're replacing something. We're replacing the potato. Obvious Portal reference there. Charging it up. Oh, okay. Parts with the battery. Oh, okay, battery. Duracell battery. Put that in there.
Well done. That's looking very car. Press the button to drop it back down when you're finished.
Car? Oh yeah, I mean it has all
Car's
these
talking.
pipes and it has metal too, lots of metal in it. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. I mean, forget about it.
Drop the car.
Forget about it with all the metal in that one. Yeah, those cars, they're really.
In shops like these, everything had a price.
You know, God
Make sure you bill the customer for the use of your highly valuable time.
Car. When you made a car, he broke the mold. Yeah, he sure did break it. I mean, I'll tell you about those cars.
Tune up.
There's a lot of
We need to print the receipt. Come on, this is like a real job. Really tedious.
Oh yeah, the piece. I know what piece. That one metal.
Oh, I guess
Thank
I had
you,
to
human.
hand the
That is taken
cookbooks
care of right away.
to the manager before on the other
Very
one.
good,
That's
human.
that's
We're
where I
just
went
getting
wrong.
started. The world of auto mechanic has so much more to offer.
Okay.
Yes, that metal piece. It's an important.
It's still
I do.
Rick and Morty going on about car pieces. Change channel.
I've got this coupon for a sleaze spot special, whatever that is. Says that there's a discount, so hurry up and take care of my car. Get a move on.
Grifty Lube coupon.
Human, over here. I'm Sleazebot, the owner of this fine establishment. Now this spot's got a coupon, so let's take real good care of him by sabotaging that car and making him come back later for okay. Pistons in the engine? Don't need those.
Get them out. Put them in the dustbin.
Yeah, just recombobulate the thing there. How about my headlight fluid? How's that looking? Yeah, I know about cars.
Headlight fluid. You name it, we got it. Get this spot some headlight fluid, human.
Where you can float about and float outside.
There we go. Bit of sauce in there, some hot sauce. I think this is meant to be fuel.
We take it to the mayor.
Oh, what a shot! Ah, it's when I'm clicking the button that's causing the problem. I don't need to click it to squeeze it, I guess. What's that about? Oh, the headlights. Okay. I was not paying attention. Oh, too much height. Okay, we're already on fluids.
The time is one. Be a better robot instead. That happened today, and people are going wild for it. The lines are all the way straight.
Oh, we just don't put the headlights on. We've done it.
Shop to buy
No? I've got to oil that one as well. This game makes no sense.
the character who is known for
There we go.
has just
No?
released his third computer thing today. It's called Computer Thing.
Come on!
3, and it's
Go!
all kinds of wonderful.
What have we got to do?
Comes out today. So this does mark a pretty monumental occasion. The sky is still fairly
Hey, human.
Oh.
While we're dealing with fluids here, why don't we spice up their gas tank with a little secret ingredient that'll ensure they're back later for more work?
on the ground, so it's pretty
Okay.
dark thing, but it's
Lift the car.
seem to be very happy.
Left. Right.
Thing, and I'm news all the
Stash.
time radio, robot 011.
Sugar. Why are we putting sugar on the car?
Or sorry, this is 011 0111 011.
Okay, we're putting sugar in the exhaust, in the petrol tank.
01011 0011.
We're done. I don't know what we
Now
did.
give them this new coupon I came up with when you're done messing with their car.
I don't know what we did, but we did it. So,
Human and robot relations are doing perfectly well here.
where's the till? Oh, there it is.
0011500 news. You're tuned in to
Oh dear. Task complete. I don't know what we did. Oh dear. I'm fully competent in
Nice job
this.
with that, Bob.
Job.
You did all right, human. Now you keep at it. I'll be in the back counting the money.
out of order.
So really, it can be a little bit confusing at times if you don't have that many brain cells. But that's an introduction to the mechanic part of the game, as well as the office part of the game. I can only take so much Job Simulator. I have to say, this isn't
I mean, I don't want to make.
my type of game, really. Although I think, as I said at the start, it really is.
Grab a cartridge from the
Just,
tray and let's get to work.
It's a really good introduction to using your hands and getting into VR for the first time. Though having said that, when I put my partner on this, she did get a little bit confused by it and was sort of like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" And I'm totally confused doing the missions. Maybe we're both a little bit special. The easiest game we found to get into initially was actually Audio Shield, because you don't really have to do much and you use your hands automatically to block stuff. It's very simple, and once you get into that, you kind of get into the nature of it. But maybe this is the next game on after Audio Shield if you're trying to introduce someone to VR. Nice little bits of detail, sense of humour and all that stuff. So there you go. Job Simulator. Oh dear. What's the world come to? I'll stick my head into my table there. So thanks for watching this video. We'll be back with more soon. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Goodbye.